T-90AM. In 2017 to 2019, the Russian Ministry of Defense signed 3 contracts for the supply of T-90M tanks totaling over 160 vehicles. The first 2 contracts are for the delivery of 60 vehicles, of which 10 are new and 50 are modernized, from T-90 early modifications. The third contract is for upgrading the T-90As in service to the T-90M level. The first T-90M vehicles were handed over to the Russian Armed Forces in the spring of 2020. At the beginning of 2021, the Uralvagonzavod began serial production and delivery of T-90M tanks for the needs of the Russian Ministry of Defense. BM Oplot. The tank has a conventional layout with the control compartment in the bow, the fighting compartment in the middle and the power pack compartment in the rear. Similar to the T-84, the Oplot is fitted with an automatic loader and has a crew of 3, comprising the driver, gunner and commander. The driver mechanic is positioned in the center. The tank commander is on the right and the gunner is on the left, each with a hatch for boarding and disembarking. The M1 Abrams is the U.S. main battle tank and has been in serial production since 1980. It is in service with the U.S. Army and Marines, as well as the Armed Forces of Egypt, Australia, Morocco and several Middle Eastern countries. It was named after General Creighton Abrams. M1 Abrams is now one of the heaviest tanks. Its fighting weight exceeds 62 tons. It pioneered a number of innovative solutions, including a computerized fire control system and separate ammunition storage using bouncing panels. Leopard 2. In 1977, the then Krauss-Maffei Company was appointed prime contractor for the production and supply of 1,800 Leopard 2 battle tanks for the Bundeswehr, of which 810 were to be produced by Maschinenbaukiel from 2000 Rheinmetall Landsystem, with the tank turrets to be manufactured at the Wegmann plants in Kassel and Rheinmetall in Düsseldorf. Then the order was expanded by 325 tanks. Totally 2,125 copies were made for German armed forces in versions from A0 to A4. Totally 1,500 companies were involved in production chains. In 1979 the companies were contracted to deliver 6 tanks, in 1980 to 114, in 1981 to 180, in 1982 and onwards 300 tanks annually. The last batch of 75 tanks was delivered to the Bundeswehr in March 1992. AMX-56 Leclerc. The tank was created by the GIAT concern now Nexter in the 1980s to replace the obsolete AMX-30 tank. Mass production began in 1992. As of 2010, further production of the Leclerc is not conducted. As of 2011, 354 tanks of this type are in service of France and 388 are in service of the United Arab Emirates Army. Until the advent of the South Korean K2 Black Panther and Japanese Type 10 was considered the most expensive MBT.